new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Madison and today we are doing an Ulta haul video. So the first thing that I wanted to start with is of course the new Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder. I grabbed my shade in Vanilla. This was actually the last powder that they had on the display in my shade. And so I think this is super popular right now, I'm sure. So anyways, I wanted to read the side of the box and just tell you guys a little bit about it. So it says this powder is vegan, gluten-free, non-comedogenic, I don't even know how to say it, dermatologist tested, alcohol-free, and long-wearing. So this has a lot of great things. And it says this is a lightweight loose powder for setting makeup in place. So this is what the packaging looks like. I really like this packaging. I love how it is so sleek and it just looks nice. It's not very heavy, but this comes with 0.9 ounces is what I think it says. Yes, 0.9 ounces. And this retails for $36. So I think for the amount that you get, that's not too bad, but I could be wrong. This is what the powder looks like. I used this today when I was doing my makeup and I really liked it. I loved how smooth it applied. I love how nice it looks on the skin. I love how it makes me look very mattified, and so I am a fan of this so far. So the next thing that I got was the Real Techniques Maximum Powder Picker Upper. This I used today and I liked how it picked up the powder and applied it to my face. The only thing that I did not like was how much of the powder it actually absorbs. That is kind of annoying just because, you know, when you buy a nice powder and you know, you spend a little bit more money on one, you want it to last, you don't want something that's going to soak up all of it. But it's not too bad. I did use it dry. It could be different if you let it, I'm not really sure, but I will be interested to see how that works. But I like this. It retails for $5.99. The reason that I picked this up was because other sponges just don't apply powder the way that I like them to, and so I thought this looked interesting enough to try. So speaking of sponges, the next thing that I picked up was the e.l.f. blending sponge, and it says this is best for liquids. Don't mind the box, it's a little bit beat up, but it says this is latex free. I believe this retailed for $4, which is pretty decent for a sponge. My old sponge was just getting really worn and torn and dirty, and so it was just time for a new one. And so I just picked up that one. The next thing that I got was a couple of new brushes. I just needed a couple of new ones. I got this e.l.f. blending brush. It says this is cruelty free and vegan, so that's really cool. And I'm excited to see how this works. I have a whole collection. I got the 50-piece e.l.f. Tools. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's just like a collection, their collection of brushes, and I liked that a lot, so I'm thinking I like that brush. This one is the Morphe M124 brush. It's just a flat eyeshadow brush. I actually used this today and I liked it pretty well. I think this is like $6, which is not bad for a decent brush. So that was that. The next thing that I got was the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Bling Boss palette. I've already pulled this little plastic piece out of it, as you can see. This is just the box. I'm sure most of you guys have seen these. There was a whole lot of controversy kind of surrounding these when they came out, because supposedly, I believe, if I'm right, the shades were patchy and not very pigmented and just terrible. And so apparently they came out with a whole new batch, but there's rumors that it actually wasn't a new batch and they just released more of the same. And so I'm not sure about that, but that's what I think I heard people saying. So I just picked up this palette. It's just like these purpley shades, which I'm not even sure why I grabbed the purple one, because I just picked up the Huda Beauty Amethyst palette like maybe a month ago, and I really like this. And to me, these are a little bit similar. Let me try to... These are like kind of similar to me. But anyways, so that, I grabbed that. If I like this one okay, I will probably grab the other ones. I don't know why I didn't get that when it came out. I guess I just wasn't super interested in it because of the rumors, but yeah, I'm just wanting to pick up a couple of the other ones. So the next thing that I grabbed was the Revolution Eye Glisten. I tried the tester out in the store and I liked the way that these applied on my hand. This is what they look like. This is the champagne, like goldish peach toned shade. On this end, they don't have names, I don't think, but like the whole thing, I believe, is just called Yours Truly. And then the other side has this really pretty sparkly pink shade. So I just thought these would be nice to apply to like my eyelids and stuff for looks, so I just grabbed that. This retails for $10, which I didn't think was too bad. And then the last thing I picked up was a bronzer. This bronzer that I've been using, this is called the Physicians Formula Multicolored Custom Bronzer. And this is what it looks like. I personally hate this bronzer. I've heard a lot of good things about the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but unfortunately this one was not good for me personally. It just applied very orangey toned, and it was very kind of patchy and not super pigmented, and so I wasn't super happy with that one. I actually like the Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced, but unfortunately they didn't have my shade in it yesterday, and so I picked up the Kylie Jenner bronzer, and this is just in the shade Toasty, and I used it today on my face, and I really like the way that it applied. It's just super nice, it's pigmented, it looks just like you have a natural bronzy glow. It doesn't look orangey and gross. And so I was really happy with the way that this turned out. I think this was $18, which to me is a decent price for a bronzer. So I liked this. Anyways, so that wraps up the video. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button. So yeah, and if you want to see more from me, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much. Bye guys.